Well, good day, everybody. How y'all doing? I like this. I found this. This is my old MTV microphone, which doesn't plug into anything. But it's, remember an MTV? Oh, does that hit? MTV, ladies and gentlemen. Fun times. That was a whole that revolutionized, like watching music with a video to it. My goodness, that was like you either had to be there or else you just had the record. That was the only way you ever got a chance to hear it, right? So all of a sudden you could see stories that had nothing to do with the song. But wow, the cinematography was great. So I don't know who, were you liking the song or the guy who did the video? I don't know. But here we are, straight up. We just do straight on live music, live to broadcast. That's us at the Duncan Showroom. And tonight it is Dress Rehearsal Tuesday, which is open mic. And for those that are tuning in for the very first time, and we have a person here for the very first time. That's very cool. I just have to warn you that those seats came from the Jehovah's Witnesses in Souk. So if at any time during the show you start getting, like you want to, you get that feeling you want to start knocking on the door and handing out literature, wait till we give you our literature, okay? Thank you very much. Well, old times, things carry old memories sometimes. It's hard to shake them, right? Like all the stuff that's got in here, it all had history. People dreamt, It's like I've got teddy bears that I find sometimes that, you can take all that stuff, take it with you, and I go and there's a little teddy bear or something in it, and I won't throw it away because I figured it's, it's got life. And I'm not going to be the one to squash that life. So it's a terrible place to be in when you get, that's how come I got all this stuff. Just try to be nice. But hey, as I said, it's open mic, and that's when people get together, come on down to the Duncan Showroom and get on stage. Some for the very first time, some just to get their 10,000 hours in, some to try new material. It's just a whole bunch of whatever reasons you want to do it. Get up here, and then we actually have people to just sit and watch as an audience, which is great. By the way, my dear, you're new here. Did you notice our Fred Astaires? Sorry. No, I'm not. It's all just a bunch of one-liners here. That's all it is. Anyway, to start off tonight, this is kind of neat because we have people come up from Victoria. Sometimes we don't, and we got people coming down from Nanaimo. Is there anybody here actually from Duncan? Yeah, we live in Duncan. That's pretty cool. You got to start wondering. And, well, you are here now too, eh, Fred? Yeah. And now that his arm's getting a little bit better, he might actually be up next week. He's an old guitar tech from Edmonton, Long and McQuaid. He says he might come down and play some music. That'd be cool. Be real cool. And I know that Leanie's probably tuning in. Hi, Leanie. How you doing? And hi, John O'Flynn. How you doing, sir? Glad to hear that you're back on. Oh, did he? Well to go. You like the MTV mic there? It was pretty cool, eh, John? We got some antiques here. Anyway, the first people are up. I know we're going to have Sonnets up here tonight. She came all the way down from Nanaimo to play. I'm really glad to hear that. John Hadfield's here again, sort of from Victoria, but he's up here taking care of his mom since his father passed away. But he's still a resident of Victoria, so he has to make those trips. And then Nancy of that Mitchell family that just gathers all their friends and come up here all the way from Victoria. This is your third, well, you're about fourth or fifth for you, but with bringing Jennifer, this is your second time back. Love that. So they're going to start off tonight. Jennifer's going to give us a song. She's going to be joined by Nancy, and then Nancy will end it off with that song of her choice, and that'll be 4 songs. It'll be kind of neat. They've been doing a little bit of. I know Nancy and her sister have been doing a lot of work down in Victoria, out playing in different gigs throughout all the different open mics and that. And you two have been working together for how long? A month? Well, when you hear, I really enjoyed your harmonies last time, man. I think I told you about it, right? It was just very cool. Anyway, no harmonies on the first song. You're up. That I know of. Okay, Jenny. By the way, this is Georgia bought me a new jacket, and it's the only problem with it is that it's really nice and long. Like I like it but I never have this kind of stuff, so I'm not used to it. So every time I go to put something in my pocket, in my pants, I end up putting it in my pocket in my coat.
Oh, you have pockets.
Oh, I got, yeah, there's like so many pockets. Except this one, everything falls out of the pockets. So we have to rectify that. Anyway. Take it away, my dear.
Thank you. Hi. Is my ukulele there? This is a song that I wrote called Fall Down. No, I can't remember what it's called. It doesn't really matter. Something about down. You're welcome to join in. Down, down, down. That's it. Take us to the end, no, they go on and on, and on we float down, 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 down. You and I, we've seen the rivers, hardened rocks and long sharp edges. You and I just breeze around, we're catching feathers on our way down, floating through the airstream, find our way back down, 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 down. But you cannot leave it, so take a leap and just receive it. Watching birds as we hear the call, we're resting easy as we fall, floating down the airstream, we'll find our way back down, 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 down. If our shoes could tell the story, take a leap or another foray, would they lead us back again? Would they take us to the end? No, they go on and on, and on we float down, 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 down. Float down. Thank you.
Yep, should be good there. Check test. Good to go. So, speaking of Jehovah's Witnesses, I had two of them show up at my door. So I invited them in, and they came and they sat down on the couch, and I said, "So what do you want to talk about?" And they said, "I don't know, we've never made it this far." This is a Johnny Cash song. We're going to sing Johnny Cash. We're going to do Ring of Fire. Love is a burning thing, and it makes a fiery ring. And by wild desire, well, I fell into a ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. When I fell for you like a child, oh, but the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire. Thank you. I want to say thank you very much. I'm Joni Cash. Okay, this next song is, what is it? Annabelle. What's her name? Gillian Welch. Song called Annabelle. Oh, I turned out of tune, don't I?
Oh, you're on Capo 1, that's why.
Oh, okay. These 20 acres in wanting you from the Alabama Trust. Half of the cotton and a third of the corn. Get a handful of dust. Thank you. So this next song is a song I wrote. It's I wrote it shortly after the discovery of the 215 kids in the Kamloops, and it was a really heavy time for a lot of people, and for myself, especially being a First Nations person. And this song came out as a result of it. I remember sitting at home and my daughter coming downstairs and saying, you know, I'm really pissed off and I don't know why. And so we started talking about it, and it was, you know, it was all around the reveal of these 215 kids. We always known as Indigenous people that those bodies were there, and that there's more to be found and there'll be more to come. So this song is called Bring Us Home. Deep within the ground, tiny bodies found. For years they lay without a sound. And from their graves they speak in voices not so meek. Their tiny voices calling out, bring us home, bring us home. Bring us home. Tiny voices calling out, bring us home. We've been gone for too long. Time to go home. Those tiny voices calling out, bring us home. Church and state did say we must learn the settler ways. Children were taken from their homes. Parents had no choice. They really had no voice. Those tiny voices calling out, leave us home, leave us home. Leave us home. Tiny voices calling out, leave us home. got one more. No, we had our 4. That's 4.
No.
That's 4, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. Come on out.
I think he was asking, did you have one more?
Don't, no.
Oh, I thought they only did 3.
No,
they
we did 4. We did 4, yeah.
Oh, I love to hear that.
Well, do you have one more? Does she have
Do
one more?
more?
Do you have one more to do?
I could do one.
Well,
more.
Nancy, you got some.
Do one together, or do you want, just go ahead? Okay.
Is that yes?
Yeah, I guess I'll do
I
one.
bet you do have a whole bunch of songs to do. We'll let her do that. And then I get in a dilemma. Do I go girls, boy, girl, boy? That's kind of like,
Stay away from gender.
I know, like, I know. It's just so hard these days to figure out how to do it. So I don't know who's up next. I'm gonna play a song so that we figure it out.
We're all late.
Trying to get my bearings about me after that song. I'm a little bit shooken up about it. Whew. This next song is a song I wrote about climate change and young Greta taken to the world and talking about the fact that it exists and that there's something we got to do about it soon. So the song is called Mother Earth. Children rising up. Oh, I got that wrong key. Children. I can't even find the key to it now. Children. Better, maybe I'll play something else that I know. I'm gonna play the song. Jennifer, come on up and sing it with me. It's Burn One with John Prine. Can't find the key to that song. Start. This is a Casey Musgrave song she wrote for John Prine. Get a little drunk, get a little high. Your mouth's gone. Sleep with me in my rebel house. Well, ain't all wrong, but ain't all right. Don't see the world in black and white.
Grandma cried when I pierced my nose. Never liked doing what I was told.
That was a dream of a lot of people's. But a lot of people burned one for him since then. Many a time, as a matter of fact. So, Peter, are you willing to go up next? We get Pete up, and then.
I said I'm usually the last.
Well, I'm going to let Hatfield be the last person this time.
All right.
Just 'cause. You were last time too, weren't you? Yeah. But that's because you had the band. All right. Technically. John's watching tonight, John O'Flynn. So you know what he wants to hear, right?
He said something about 4 songs, F-O-R-E, and something else.
We'll see what happens. So we're getting ready. I don't know if it's we applied for a grant. We haven't heard back yet, but we wanted to start a small festival in February, a rain festival, sort of to coincide with the rest of Canada. You know that 3-month period between January and March called February? People got cabin fever. What do? Well, everywhere else in Canada, the communities get together and embrace those elements, which are sometimes their adversary. It's really kind of neat. Carnivals take place, parties. People get out and participate outdoors and meet their neighbors. It's really a fun thing to do. You know, embracing those elements which sometimes are your adversary. Now, the nice thing about a rain festival is back east, I've seen the one in Ottawa, Winterlude, 3 years in a row of bad weather. Well, you know, that's the longest skating rink in the world when it's cold enough to skate on. So all this money goes into it, and then it never happens. They have to cancel it. That's the nice thing about a rain festival. Inclement weather, who's going to bitch? If we need to, we've got like a lot of fire trucks. If you've ever been to any of the parades up here, you'll notice how many fire trucks we have. And we have a whole valley full of people that profess to know how to use a garden hose. So I don't think we'll have a problem. We'll duplicate rain. But what I want to do is see from February 18th to the 28th, the 27th, that's the Sunday night, just have entertainment and events going on throughout the community, not just here, but at all various restaurants and cafes. A couple outdoor shows as well. It doesn't really matter if it rains because that's the whole idea, right? Yeah, it worked. And anyway, so we're just hoping that that'll work. Keep your eyes and ears open because whether we get the grant or not, I'm still going to go ahead with it. That's how the 39 Days of July started. We didn't have any money to do it. We just did it. And everybody wanted to see us do it again. Now, this is a nice thing because I could see this happening all over the island, right, where the whole island gets into this rain festival every year, the last 2 weeks, the last 10 days of February. And that way, we could do this little tour of various musicians from 3 different levels, from a national to to a BC to a localized. They get a chance to intermingle, mentor with various people, learn about rain. We just bought a place. My partner bought a place, and I get to live there. Thank goodness. And but there's a huge workshop, and what part of that workshop is it's got a very sloped roof on one side for rain catchment. Because the wells are too deep to dig, so like you're looking 350, 375 feet. That costs a lot of money. So doing the rain catchment is great as long as there's rain. But there's only so much rain you can catch, and then what do you do with the rest, and how do you store rain catchment water? There's a whole bunch of stuff about rain, which I'm learning now that I've decided to have a rain festival, that I think that we should all learn about rain and why we live in a rainforest and why it makes it special, right? It's not like the vegetation thrives totally differently here. You know, it's awesome to watch. Anyway, you all ready to go?
Yeah.
Pete Mitchell.
I brought my electric, thinking that we had last couple of times we
Had bands.
bands here, so I thought, okay.
No, tonight's a solo gig.
Okay.
That'll be fun.
Come to.
Pete's also from Victoria. Had the opportunity. You lived on Bowen Island for a while.
Yeah, I go back and forth there.
That was pretty cool. I saw where you were, and I was like, well, this is the view from my house, from my porch. Oh, my goodness. That was wonderful. You've had some great opportunities. Seeing as you're a boy from North Bay, you know, and you got your own scenery down there, which is just dynamite. Living in that part of
Yeah, I think this is.
at the head of the what's that big park down there?
Well, there's Lake Nipissing.
Yeah, but there's also what's the park at Huntsville? Algonquin Park.
Algonquin, yeah.
Yeah, you're right there. That's the coolest. Anyway, right now you're in Duncan. You got some songs. Take it away. 3 songs for Mr. Pete Mitchell.
It's off. I'm done. I'm done. Yeah.
I don't see anything. You got a volume on your guy? Turn it down? I'm not seeing any volume from that guy.
About halfway.
Try this. I think this is a one-way cable, and maybe we just did it the wrong way.
Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I had different ideas about what I was going to do tonight. But, well, the last time I was a couple of times back anyway, I had a song that I had written probably about 10 years ago, and I tried to do it, and I forgot the chords, like totally went blank on it all. And I went home that night, and I thought, where the hell are those chords? And I tried playing it again, and I totally forgot it. So I just rewrote it. So I'm going to do it. I'm hell bent. So the story behind this song was that a friend of mine called me up when I was down in the States. We used to do this radio show. It was Who's Home on the West Coast, and it was just all live music, and it featured writers and stuff. So he called me up and asked me if I had a song on homelessness, and I said, I don't have any songs that on homelessness. And he said, well, there's a couple of bucks in it if you do. And I said, well, I'll probably write one tonight. So I was on my way home and from my sister's place, and this guy was sitting on the sidewalk down on Government Street, and this guy in an SUV pulls up, and he jumps out of his truck, and I thought, that's really cool. He's going to go over and give him a couple of bucks. You know, he just like stopped right on the road and went over to the guy, and then he pulled out his phone and he took a picture of something in the window and walked away. And I was going, okay. Well, there's something to write about. He's cold and he's lonely and he's begging on the street, trying to make himself $1 just to get something to eat. He's buried all his dreams and he's long giving up on a big screen TV and a fancy pickup truck. He's long gone dreaming of a big Cadillac. He's carrying all of the world in a pack on his back. He ain't worried about tomorrow, he just wants to make today. He ain't really worried about the price he'll pay. No, he ain't really worried about the price he'll pay. Well, She's living in the alley in a big cardboard box. She's got brush and some toothpaste. She's got nowhere to wash. She's down to pulling tricks in the corner of the street. Only 5 years ago, she thought she had life beat. She's long gone dreaming of a big Cadillac. She's carrying all over the world in a pack on her back. She ain't worried about tomorrow, she just wants to make today. She ain't really worried about the price she'll pay. She ain't really worried about the price she'll pay. Well, the politicians, they're all hiding, they don't want to show their face. Better get their shit together if they're gonna save this race. Start moving all them junkies in the middle of downtown, driving hard for the people, just moving deep and bounds. Long I'm dreaming of a big Cadillac, carrying all over the world in a pack on her back. She ain't worried about tomorrow, she just wants to make today. She ain't really worried about the price she'll pay. She ain't really worried about the price she'll pay. This one I was going to try if I had some bass players and other bandmates, but I'll do it anyway. Johnny come home, his wife and kids were gone, just a note left on the door. She said my life has changed, everything's rearranged, I can't live here anymore. That's when the hard times take you. That's when the hard times break you down and turn your head around. That's when loneliness shakes you. That's when loneliness breaks you down to the ground. Big house and 3 garage, Mercedes in the yard, lovely fruit tree covered ground. Who would ever thought that boy get caught with that lovely girl next door? When the hard times take you down to the ground, that's when the loneliness shakes you. That's when loneliness shakes you down. Turn your head around. some Bugs iron out there. Thanks. Okay, I'll do a cover song now. They say every man must have protection. They say every man must rise and fall. Yeah, I swear I see my protection somewhere high and above the wall. I see my light come shining from the east to the west. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be relieved. Standing next to me is a lonely guy. Yeah, the sky squares not to blame. All night long I hear him crying out, he's been framed. I see my light come shining from the east to the west. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be relieved. Any day now, anyway now, I shall be relieved. Okay. Oh, sure. Huh? Oh, I haven't read that one yet. Do you want to come up and do something? I don't know. Do it John Prine. Why don't you come up and we'll do that. You cover the Prime. Yeah, yeah. Come home late, you come home early. Come home big when you feel small. You come home straight and you come home curly. Sometimes you don't come home at all. What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. Out there running to be on the run.
Well, I got a heart that burns with a fever. And I got a worried and a jealous mind. How can a love that would last forever just get left so far behind? What in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the sweet sound of loneliness, out there running the beyond run. Mighty mean and a dreadful sorrow, it crossed evil lines today. How can you ask about tomorrow? We ain't got one word to say. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the sweet sound of loneliness, out there running beyond the run. Now what in the world's come over you? Now what in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness, out there running the beyond the run. You're out there running the beyond the run.
Thank you.
Guitar sounds good.
Never happens. Yeah, you're next, or Duncan. Duncan, you guys. Duncan only takes a couple of minutes. Well, you know what we could do. We'll get your mic set up here. Why not? Do you want to try that? This is always fun. Ladies and gentlemen, on stage is Duncan, who mostly known for his orange boots, but he never wears them here. But now he's becoming known for a bunch of other things. when there's a drum kit on stage, he's been taking up the drums. Just got offered a guitar, now he's going to do guitar. Avant-garde, kind of beat. Think New York, late 50s.
Supposed to come in today, so I'm gonna probably do a couple of songs that I know. So the first one is a song from AC/DC. It's called like basically Highway to basically. I'm gonna actually do it. AC/DC. I think the song is called AC/DC Tribute. I think I got my guess, Walk or whatever. So AC/DC, who wants to walk? So AC/DC, yes, walk, 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 and like that's that song. And so I'm just gonna do like one other. So I'm gonna do another song that's called "Oh Canada." So "Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot young, and all our sons command. With glory hearts we see the rain, the truth, north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. And so a third song, I think I made this song up, and I'm gonna try this brand new song, and I think my favorite show is like One Tree Hill, and like there's a song that Gavin wrote. It's called. I'm just trying to think about this song now. It's called I Don't Want to Be. So I'm gonna try it. I don't want to be anything better than I want to be. I don't think that I can be any better than I want to be. So I don't want to be any better than I ought to be. So if I want to be great, I probably want to be magical, probably want to be exciting and funny, and everything that comes our way. It is interesting. So I want to be a celebrity. I want to be in the movies. I want to be every single actor, musician, whatever I dream that makes me happy. And then I want to be great. Yes, next week have the drums.
Good show. That was awesome.
Thank you once again, Duncan. Always taking us to new places for us. I love that. Speaking of new places, it's been a while, Sonnet, since you've been down here, so I'm anxious where you're going to take us tonight. And you've been doing some gigs up in Nanaimo. You've been at the Port Theatre. Back. We got it covered. We can do all this. I know. He dressed up like that for Halloween. You heard about that, eh? We went to a Halloween party. Oh, yeah? And
Costume was I wore shoes.
yep, that's the way he did it. It's a taller one, though. Just about perfect. As a matter of fact, we've been doing the microphones ever since Ted got here. It was just one of those things that we did just to make sure that they were always clean. Before that, I used to just change the heads every so often. Well, you can well imagine, people get intense when they're singing. They don't know what they're doing, and before you know it, you got hamburger in there and everything else. Whoa, that's why we clean them. Taking that extra message. Yeah. What are you doing tonight? Originals or covers? Both. Huh?
He wanted to hear a combination of poetry as well. He said, I want 4 songs and maybe a combination of poetry or whatever.
No, I don't have any of my poetry here.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have our phone-in part of the program where you can request tunes from our...
I kind of like the idea of having a song that, like the whole singing thing is so new that the idea of having a song that people want and they're like, play Freebird or what? Play this one. Okay, that's cool for a while. Okay.
My mind just went weird on that one. I love it. Yeah, we're there. Her name is Sonnet. Please give it up for her, please.
Thanks. Okay, so first one I'm gonna do is a song I wrote. I don't know if I've played the two of them that I'm gonna plan to play. I don't know that I've played them here or not. The Nanaimo Art Gallery did a series of events over the summer for the Millstone River, or Millstream River, depending on what resource you look at. And they had a bunch of artists over the summer do different things in response. They had visual artists, they had visual artists, sculptures, performance. I guess I'm the performance person. They invited me to come to all of the events. And then the final event was me, my written response to everything that I saw over the course of that series. It was called Hali Atastalo, which means life by the river, and then in English it was called Riverbed. So for that show, I think they provided to all the artists access to this digital online archive about the Millstone River. How many of you know it in Nanaimo? None of you? Anybody from Nanaimo here? No? Okay. All right. It's a river that's in Nanaimo. And yeah, so in this digital archive, there was a letter from a guy to another guy, 1974, proposing building this fish ladder in the Millstone. So when I sing in Nanaimo, I ask people, I'm like, do you know the fish ladder? It's just this concrete thing, and I don't actually know whether it still facilitates the fish movement or not. But in any case, I wrote this very Raffi-esque little 2-chord ditty. All right? For that. Dear sir, if you please, let me tell you about a pretty little river where the steelhead trout and the coho salmon in springtime like to spawn. It runs through the middle of the harbor city, and given all its gravel, you'd think it would be pretty full of pink, fresh fish. But sir, that's why I'm writing this letter. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can run upstream. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can do what they do, so the fish can swim up through the millstone stream. There's a big slab of rock in Barsby Park and a set of waterfalls in Bowen that block the frisky fish from getting where they need to go to get it on. So we drew up a budget to bulldoze a road and blow 9 holes in the slab of stone. We'll need a bulldozer, a backhoe, some trucks, some explosives, and some men at $4 an hour. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can run upstream. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can do what they do, so the fish can swim up through the millstone stream. I don't know how I started doing it with this rhythm. It was Raffi-esque, and now it's this. Oh well. Anyway, now you know the chorus. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can run upstream. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can do what they do, so the fish can run up through the millstone stream. Oh man, I'm spitting on myself. Thanks for your attention, I'm sure you'll agree with Nanaimo Parks and Rec and BC Fisheries that our proposal for a fishway is a sound intervention. Of course, the fishermen will love it, but it's also good for fish to see some spawning in their neighborhood, for kids to see the spawning in the neighborhood. It'll be good for the fish and good for the community. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can run upstream. Let's build a fish ladder so the fish can do what they do, so the fish can swim up through the millstone stream. So the fish can do what they do, so the fish can swim up through the millstone stream. Does that happen? Is that a thing where you like you have a rhythm and then you start it and you're like, wait, that's not the rhythm that I usually do it in? Oh my goodness, that's a thing. All right. Okay. So this is another one. Another one of the events, or one of the events for that series was Geraldine Manson, who's an elder at VIU, a Nanaimo elder from VIU, whose name is Cetasia. Her Nanaimo name is Cetasia. That Cetasia White told me is like a given name. Like I was like, your name is Cetasia and her name is Cetasia, and they spelled totally different. How does that work? Anyway, so Geraldine Manson was one of the people speaking, and then Nancy Turner, who's an ethnobotanist, who lives, I think she lives on protection now, but did a lot of work out of UVic, collecting for the Academy many indigenous, like so much knowledge, and she's pretty good at acknowledging like all the sources and the friendships and the relationships from which her knowledge comes. Anyway, we went on a walk along the millstone, and they spoke about the native species of around the river. Yeah, I guess that's. Elise asks the elder about invasive species. She's wondering what we should do. Elise asks the elder about invasive species. She's wondering what we should do. What should we do about the Scotch broom, the yellows, the meadows and roadsides? How should we treat lush ivy with its ever-spreading vines. Unless you uproot them, they'll choke the ecosystem, the ethnobotanist replies. Unless you uproot them, they'll choke the ecosystem, the ethnobotanist replies. What should we do about the Scotch broom that yellows the meadows and roadsides? Native plants and trees need strong protection or the tender balance dies. Native plants and trees need strong protection or the tender balance dies. What should we do about the Scotch broom that yellows the meadows and hydro corridors? How should we treat Himalayan blackberry that trades its sweet fruit for control of countryside? You can't get rid of all of it, says Cetacea. You can't just blitz the land. You can't just cut out everything without hurting the other plants. You've got to go in by hand. You can't just rip out all of it, says Cetacea. You can't just blitz the land. You can't just tear out everything without hurting the other plants. You've got to go in by hand, and that takes time. 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 Elise asks the elders about invasive species. She's wondering what we should do. Thanks. Okay. Loudness. It's so loud up here. No, it's just amplification does that. It just amplifies every little move, right? That's why, exactly. I'm like, wow. I make a gesture, it makes a big sound. Okay. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song. I heard he had a style. And so I came to see him and listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. Oh, la 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 la. Oh, he sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair. And then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there. And he just kept on singing, singing clear and strong, strumming my pain with his fingers. Oh, he was singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. All right. Well, that was also interesting. Okay. Well, here we go. This is for John. Let me just, for those of you who haven't heard this before, I'm just learning how to write songs. I'm pretty new to it. And blues is fairly easy, right? And there's a blues scene up in Nanaimo. And I had to figure out a way to make that interesting to me. And so I read, it's Angela Davis? I want to say, Angela Davis. Angela Davis. Big hair, Black Power, Black Panthers. Angela Davis also wrote Blues and Black Feminism, the definitive 1990s scholarly text that gave me a lot of permission. I thought blues was slave music. Angela Davis taught me differently. It's post-slavery music, and she talks all about would be necessarily outside of like white wedding Victorian kind of values, was one avenue of self-expression and just like freedom, and then travel was another one, and that's why you see travel songs and sex songs and cheating songs. And then she basically argues that black women started the blues, and I was like, all right, great, I can tap into that authentically, but what do I want to write about that hasn't been written about? So friends, I got something sensitive to confess. I'm in a situation, got me feeling like a hot mess. Now, I'm a fine-formed person with soft lips and firm curves, but my body ain't getting the attention it deserves. Now I got a man who calls me his queen, but his penis ain't agreeing, if you know what I mean. Trying to compete with cum shots and dumb plots on his screen. Hal's been doing a serious number to my self-esteem, and he says, baby, it ain't you, you just gotta understand. I've been sitting at a screen with the lotion in my hand. Baby, it ain't you, this isn't what I planned, but I can only get it going alone with only fans. So now I got the wank. I got the wank. I got the wank. The wank widow blues. I tried to spice it up, get some leather and lingerie, fuzzy handcuffs, blindfold, ball gag. I tried to be his dom, tried to be his slave, but nothing wasn't working, no how and no way. He said, baby, it ain't you, you just gotta understand. I've been sitting at a screen with the lotion in my hand. Baby, it ain't you, this isn't what I planned, but I can only get it going alone with only fans. So now I got the wank. I got the wank. I got the wank. The wank widow blues. Wah 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 wah. Oh, you could be a trans man, woman, agender, NB. You are gonna feel my story if you like a little D, cause at the end of the day, it's an incompatibility. If you're fapping, it's fucking up, getting inside of me. You've been sitting at a screen with the lotion in your hand, now you can't get it up for a real person. Sitting at a screen with the lotion in your hand, now you can't get it up for a real human. And I can't have the wank. I can't have the wank. I can't have the wank. The wank widow blues. The wank widow blues. The wank widow blues. All right. Thanks very much. I'm Sonnet. See you again.
Are you here on the 16th? You.
Me?
Yeah.
The 16th of what?
Next week.
Next week?
Well, Leanie's coming
I-
down.
I could
Leanie's going to be here next
I
week.
could be.
Remember Leanie? Mm-hmm. She really enjoys your music. Yeah, so she'll be here. And she'll be playing her Kohan. So she'll be wanting to sit in with you.
That would be fun.
Yeah, she's all into doing that stuff. Eh? Thanks for coming all the way down from Nanaimo. Now, all the way from Cowichan Bay.
Sitting or standing, John? Sitting. Cowichan Bay? Isn't he from Victoria?
Well, he's staying in Cowichan Bay
Are you?
with his mom, helping his mom out.
Oh, I thought you were from here.
No. She's here, so he's here.
Sitting or standing, John? Sitting? Sitting. We got my mic there.
Oh, that's your mic. Dead air. Don't you just love dead air? I know. I was going to wait a while. Thanks, everybody, for wearing your mask during the show. I appreciate that. Because that's one of the rules. Lots of neat rules going on. I don't like to get into it too much. Oh, yes, I do. No, I don't. So I won't. How many times have you done this, John? Yeah, how many times you been here? Well, because I was just wondering. Routine. You don't have to while you're singing. See, you're actually employed by us right now. You're under contract And therefore, if you're under contract to be a entertainer, it would be like trying to drink a glass of water. And you can only do that if you're a ventriloquist. You having a good time with this? I guess you wanted a light for that? I noticed.
Just so. So what? Last week,
There's that voice.
or I can do this. Last week, the microphone was down here, and instead of bringing it up, I just hunched over. So Mark Primer told me it looked like I was sitting on the can having a hard time. Thank you, Mark.
Well, see, he's one of those guys who makes it go up to 230 views.
Yeah, that might be it. Maybe there's something about, watching guys play music like they're sitting on the toilet. Maybe I could start something.
Nah,
Nah.
shitty idea.
Yeah, he's a buddy.
Yeah. John Hatfield, songwriter. Give it up for him.
Thank you. Thank you. I always, going on last, it gets to get to sit there for a while and be nervous. Well, as Howard would say, close enough for the girls I go out with. Yeah. He had all kinds of sayings. Most of them I couldn't repeat. Well, I could, but probably wouldn't go over well. Okay, well, I liked your John Prine stuff. I didn't grow up on him, but a friend of mine, he really liked him. And Steve Goodman and who did they play with? There was another guy. Steve Goodman and there's this other guy. But anyway, and Steve Goodman died and the other guy was quite upset. So tonight I thought my theme would be, because nobody writes songs about love, so I thought, well, maybe I'll give her a go. I was watching a Monty Python show and the guy had a line. They were doing this skit and the guy had a line that he's supposed to say, what is this thing called love? And he kept saying, what's this thing called love? And they kept going, no, it's what is this thing called love? And he kept saying, what is this thing called love? So I thought, well, I'll write a song about that. They say you come into this world naked and alone. Say you leave the way you came, back into the unknown. They say that life is for the living, you're a long time gone. Say that living without love is just the words without the song. Well, the more I know, the more I find out, the more I feel lost in a world of doubt. What is this thing called love? What is this thing called love? Brings me down and sweeps me high above. What is this thing called love? They say that home is where the heart is, where love longs to be. They say it's blind, but it will find its way back to me. But the more I know, the more I find out, the more I feel lost in a world of doubt. What is this thing called love? What is this thing called love? It brings me down and sweeps me high above. What is this thing called love? I'm holding it tight, close to my heart. There's no doubt gonna tear us apart. This feeling inside, I know it by name. They call it love, but I wish they'd explain. What is this thing called love? What is this thing called love? It brings me down, then sweeps me high above. What is this thing called love? What is this thing called love? What is this thing called love? Thank you. Boy, every breath. I gotta watch it. No breathing. Oh. This song, oh, thank you, Ted. Wow, look at that. No more breathing. I was holding my breath to not do that. And after a while, I was going, I can't breathe. This song, I have a friend, Dan Hill, and we've written about, I don't know, 40 odd songs together. And I've been going through my songbook to try things I haven't played for a long time. This is one of them. It's also about love. It's called Understanding Love. Ugh. When you open up your life and show your world to me, you're like a book I just can't put down. And when I finally close my eyes, I feel I'm deep inside the truth to understanding love. When you open up your life, feel yourself to me, it's like a movie and you're the leading role. All I see is black and white in the splendor of your light. You're the key to understanding love. Understanding love. 'Cause there's only love. You're the closest I've come to understanding for me, so open and complete. I am speechless in the presence of you. And your cry so soft it kills me. I have no words to say when it comes to understanding love. Understanding love. 'Cause there's only love. You're the closest I've come to understanding, understanding love. Thank you. Great size. So they say. This is a conundrum. Those songs were written 2014. My brother died in 2014, and funnily enough, not funny. Dan had a sister, and his sister and my brother were born 5 weeks apart, and then they died 5 weeks apart. So we wrote this song. Going for a walkabout, trying to find a reason, trying to find a feeling I had before. Going for a walkabout, trying to find some healing, walking about till I can't walk no more. I'll be walking about till I can't walk no more. Growing old ain't for the faint of heart. Everything put together always falls apart. Broken heart, pounding pain through your veins, trying to find some purpose when nothing real remains. All you hold dear gets sacrificed to loss. A brother dying, just one of them hidden costs. The hole in your heart is filling up with pain. This broken world you're traveling will never look the same, not anymore. Going for a walkabout, is all that matters in the end. You get what you give, you receive what you send. Loving hearts do the best over time. Against all the odds, they beat stronger as you find. All you offered up is never taken away. Though a brother dying, there ain't no words for the pain. But your heart is filled with wonder to feel such love and loss. At the fork in this road, it's your choice which bridge to cross. Oh, where to cross. We're going for a walkabout, trying to find a reason, try to find a feeling I had before. We're going for a walkabout, trying to find some healing. Walking about till I can't walk no more. I'll be walking about till I can't walk no more. Walking about till I can't walk no more. Jesus, sorry, thank you. Whoa. You just don't know, where are you?
Leanie liked it, so that's okay.
Oh, okay. They say it's okay to get emotional, but I hate it when your fingers start shaking and your voice breaks up and you go, you're not supposed to do that. I could sing another love song. It was a synth song about a love that never ends. It's a synth song, synth song, synth song. Or I could sing a John Prine song. No. So what should I do? Okay. Oh, has to be in G. Just a sec. I gotta find this box down here. Oh, there's one. 274. You have to have this right key or it just doesn't work right. Me and Loretta we got an apartment in the city. Me and Loretta like living there. It's been a while since the kids have grown a life of their own, leaving us alone. John and Linda moved to Omaha. Joe is somewhere on the road. We lost Davy in the Korean War. Don't know what for, don't matter anymore. You know that oak trees just get stronger. Old rivers get wilder every day. Old folks just get lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. Hello. stares through the back door screen. All the news just repeats itself like some forgotten dream we both had seen. I think I'll go and call up Rudy. We worked together at the factory. What would I say if he asked what's new? Nothing, what's with you? Nothing much to do. You know that oak trees just get stronger. Old rivers get wilder every day. Old folks just get lonesome, waiting for someone to say hello in there. Hello. So if you're walking down the street sometime, you spot some hollow ancient eyes, please don't just pass them by and stare as if you didn't care. Just say hello, hello in there. Just say hello. Just say hello. Just say hello. Just say hello. Hello. Guy said that once at a song conference I was at. He goes, I really like the ending on that song. And he goes, oh, you do? And he goes, yeah, I like that it ended.
Where'd I go? Do you know what happens when you cross the Jehovah's Witness with a Hell's Angel? Somebody comes to your door and tells you to F off. I'm going to use that other one, though. I like that. Isn't that great? I invited them in. They sat on the couch. I asked them what they wanted to say. I don't know. Never got this far. I like that. Hey, we got this far. We got to the end of the open mic tonight. That's pretty darn cool. Had some good times, some good fun. Everybody enjoy themselves this year? Cool. And those that are out there listening, I know John always likes it. He's a regular Tuesday night viewer. And what else is there? Stay tuned. We got a DJ night coming up this Sunday or this Friday. What else do we have? We have a blues show, Christmas blues show. Oh, on Wednesday night we have a show. Tomorrow night. Matt Storm and his friend coming over, and we've already sold 8 tickets for that.
Matt Storm is really good.
Yeah. If you grab tickets or tune in or grab tickets, it's best to be in the room. That's where the fun is. That's where you get the full energy on show. I think you would enjoy it. But his name is Matt Storm. Keep an eye out for this guy. He's out of Vancouver. He's got that R&B kind of soul feel. It just works. It just works.
We got radio and Zane Crawford and King Price on Sunday. 2 shows on Sunday.
Do we? Oh, gosh, we got ourselves busy. Who did this? Well, it's okay. The Saturday night show canceled. We're not doing the hip-hop night. Yeah, I know, Don Alder. That's a pity. But he's going to come back in February during the Rain Festival. If you ever get a chance to see Don Alder, as a matter of fact, there's a bunch of people that come through here. And if it's $20 or more, really, then it's worth coming to see. And if it gets into the $30 range, then you know you should be in the room. as we did the other day with Roy Forbes. It was just an incredible show that you just bear witness. And it's very hard these days to find a little 50-seater, 40 to 50-seater, where you can have that intimate feeling and that intimacy with the performer. And the performer enjoys it, the audience enjoys it. We just need to make sure the audience comes out. Please, keep live music alive. And you can best do that by showing up and being an attendee, being an audience. We've had nights where we've had audience.
We got more than an audience tonight.
We got actually audience. You know, that's really cool. Yay for the audience. Thanks, John. Anyway, thanks to Dr. Ted Cadillac. Thanks to everybody else that came tonight. We'll see you again next week for that or any other show that you might come to. Good night. Thanks, Duncan, for showing up again tonight.
Paint your palette blue and gray, and look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in your soul. Shadows on the hill, sketch the trees and daffodils, and catch the breeze in winter chill, in colors on the snowy linen land. And now I understand what you try to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you try to set them free. They don't listen, they do not know how, but perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, and swirling clouds in violet haze, reflecting Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue, morning fields of amber rain, weathered faces lined in pain, are soothed beneath the artist's loving hands. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you try to set them free. They don't listen, they do not know how, but perhaps they'll listen now, for they cannot love you, but still your love is true. When your heart is left inside And that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night. Portraits hung in empty halls.